10 years ago, purchasing agents, they could have helped your business. They handled sourcing, logistics, negotiations, purchasing, everything, full turnkey solution. Are they providing a lot of value? I don't think. If you've been watching really any of our videos, you probably get the impression that I'm not super high on trading agents, import or sourcing agents either. The question that I want to ask today is there any time that I would personally or recommend or advise somebody to use a trading agent? I think for the most part, the answer to that question is 99% no. But let's see if we can't find an opportunity to give these guys some business. 10 years ago, Chinese export, import, sourcing, purchasing agents, they could have helped your business. They were starting to fade, but they could have helped your business. 20 years ago, they could have been the most important thing that your product business had access to. 30 years ago, good luck making a product without one. Since more and more, they're becoming a thing of the past, but these sourcing agents were monumental in building international product trade, right? They were a massive part, if not the main driving factor behind China being able to make products and deliver and distribute those products to the West, right? They were so pivotal in giving China access to the rest of the world and vice versa. They were the go-to solution for any business that was looking to manufacture their products in China. And at the time, they handled sourcing, logistics, negotiations, purchasing, quality control, everything, right? They were A to Z, full turnkey solution and the main driving factor at the time, right? That was their golden era. The world changed though. There was so many new softwares and the world got smaller and more transparent and more accessible. It was easier to get in touch with these people. Factories started having English-speaking staff, and that really led to that industry being more and more obsolete. Now, there are still billions, if not trillions of dollars of trading that goes through sourcing agents or companies like that. Are they providing a lot of value? I don't think so, right? It's an industry that's mainly based on relationships, long-term commitments, contracts, trust, fear of branching out, right? Being comfortable with the margins that you have and not really trying to mix up the status quo, right? If it's not broke, don't fix it. So there's a lot of business that goes down that route. But if I was starting from scratch, the only time that I would ever use a sourcing agent is if they fell in two categories and they have to fall in both. The first is very specialized, right? If you're building a computer, they better only know computers. An example that I use all the time is the last place anyone wants to go get a meal at a restaurant is a restaurant that has sushi and pizza, because they're both right? Be specialized. And if they are specialized, then I'd consider giving them a go if I was only sourcing components, right? The second you get into the complexities of building an entire product from scratch, designing, developing, jumping through all the different hoops that you have to make one full, complete product, the sourcing agent then starts to provide less and less value. However, if you're using a sourcing agent who is very specialized and just looking for single or a few different individual components, oftentimes the relationships and the negotiating power that specialized trading companies or sourcing agents will have will sometimes be able to give you the best bang for your buck. So I realize that's a lot of ifs, ands, buts, etc. But if I was to find myself in a situation like that, I think sometimes a sourcing agent actually would provide value. As China's manufacturing landscape continues to change at such a drastic pace, I think the necessity or even the demand for the value that sourcing companies, trading companies, purchasing agents, etc., will provide is really diminishing and becoming, less and less viable for them and relevant to you. If you do find yourself in a situation that I mentioned, feel free to use one. But other than that, for the most part, I would stay clear and avoid them like the plague. In conclusion, while these types of companies, export, import, trading companies, they used to be indispensable. Well, changes, right? Grow with the times. Be willing to pivot. Be willing to learn about the way that markets change and what your place is in them. Find the people that are the most relevant to the tasks that you have and the priorities that you need. Less and less, these types of companies are going to be able to provide you with that. So do your research, know who you're dealing with, use the companies and resources that you have to work with the people that are going to provide the most value and allow you to scale your business. Outside of that, ditch them. That's that for this one. Hope to see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.